We are here at the White House in Washington, D.C., asking Tom Homan for amnesty for all big booty Latinas. We are here. We're willing to sit down and talk about it. Please, let us in, Tom. So I'm here trying to get amnesty for all big booty Latinas.
Solamente big booty Latinas?
Well, if you're a 9, you're fine. You're an 8, no debate. 7, thank heaven. But I think.
Well, what about a human being? Not to pimp on your parade, but like there's real injustice happening.
I know, but the guys, they can go. It's the ladies that are at the hotels. They're the ones cleaning the rooms. I don't think that they deserve to be kicked out.
What about the children of the big booty Latinas? Can we also protect them?
If they were born here, I think they can say, obviously, the children can say if they're born here. Legally, they're allowed.
Well, actually, that's kind of about
Well, if they were
under threat.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say. But maybe birthright boys go, but birthright girls say.
Well, this is an interesting form of sexism here. I mean, it's
a little bit, but we live in a sexist world.
Talking about little girls, because that's especially relevant right now.
Yeah, I
think the pedophile in the White House.
Well, I don't know about that, but big booty Palestinians deserve amnesty as well.
Damn it! We can keep on growing this. We can keep on growing your list.
That lost its country to fascism.
Well, let's see this guy like, sir, I'm starting a political movement, and what we're doing is we're trying to get amnesty for all big booty Latinas so that they don't get deported. Do you like that cause?
There you go.
No, did you agree with it?
Yeah, let's do it.
That's what I'm saying, because like if you're a 9, you're fine. If you're an 8, we don't really need to debate. If you're a 6, you gotta hit the bricks back to Guatemala, you know what I mean?
Hey, there you go, there you go.
My grind so refined, I got no time for no games. Ask yourself why would I make time for you lames? At all costs, cause I'm a boss. But break them off, yeah, gotta break them off.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome to Prime Time with Alex Stein. I'm your host, and we got a lovely evening in store for you. We have comedian, local Dallas comedian, but he's from the Virginia area, the one, the only Henry Schroeder. And Henry is 6'4.5", 300 pounds. But then we have our other guest, the teeny weenie, and our favorite guest of the show, the one, the only Lila Hart, our spina bifida baddie, the Filipino queen of the show. How are you doing, guys?
Great. I am also identifying as 6'4".
That's good. That's good. And we also have on the Nephilim Death Squad guys, Top Lobster and Raven. But before we get into them, we're about to have them on. Lila, did you see that I'm fighting with Laura Loomer on the internet?
What?
Yeah.
Oh no! What?
I know, that's what I said. I hate it. Like, and you know how I treat hot women, like her, like them. Like I'm a simp for sexy babes.
Why are you guys fighting?
I guess she's mad at me because I'm mad at her because she's not vocal enough about an Israeli pedophile that got to go and leave the country scot-free. But if the pedophile was from any other country and was like the cybersecurity director for, let's say, Hamas, I feel like that some of her reporting might be slanted. But listen, we love Laura Loomer. She's so hot, she's so sexy, and I just can't have a sexy babe like that.
Well, you should invite her on the show.
I would.
You guys can discuss it.
That's a good idea, Jimmy.
You can
invite that sexy lady.
Do you want me to message her right now?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Let's save it for tomorrow because we'll see how pissed off she gets from this episode. Okay, so with all that being said, actually, do you want to say something, Henry? You're an ex-football player. You're a comedian. What do you have to say about Laura Loomer hating me?
I think she's also very hot. I agree with that. I'm sensing some sexual tension in the room potentially as well.
My girlfriend's going to get pissed, but you're not wrong. Ah! You are not wrong. Okay, well, we're going to get into it later in the show. But before that, let's welcome on our guests. You know them, the Nephilim Death Squad, Raven and Top Lobster. They're two young, borderline sick individuals, but we love them for that. So let's welcome them on the show. Guys, how y'all doing?
Hey, what's up? What's going on, brother? Thanks for having us.
Okay, I have to address the elephant in the room, and I'm not talking about you, Henry.
Yeah.
No, sorry. Is there heat with you and Lila, Top Lobster? Because we need to mend the fences ASAP as soon as possible.
Oh,
sir.
me and Lila? I don't think so. Lila, do we have? Well,
What?
I've made a lot of jokes, but
No.
I don't think she's
What
heard
did you?
them. Nobody
What did you joke about? What did you
I don't
say?
think they ever
Oh,
reached her.
I don't think we have heat, and if you made any jokes, I'm a comedian, so I
Yeah.
probably thought they were funny.
Lila's like half of her set are jokes about her, spina bifida. She's down.
Yeah.
She's very self-deprecating. She's great. She doesn't care about getting made fun of. Okay, good.
No, I just don't. I don't take jokes from women. That's that's fucking crazy. What are you talking about?
What?
No, I'm joking.
Wow.
I like Lila.
Wait,
I
you-
love
I
Lila.
like him too. He's cool.
Well, let's hear him out first because he's already saying some misogynistic stuff. So, are you trying to imply that women are not funny? Because we know that Whitney Cummings is probably one of the greatest comedians of our generation. So I
That's
don't.
true.
Yeah, do not disrespect Whitney Cummings. Do not disrespect Chelsea Handler. Like these are goats, dude.
We only like the comedians, the female comedians that talk excruciatingly about their vaginas. Those are my favorite female comedians. The ones who can't stop talking about their vaginas are the ones that I prefer.
That is the best subject. So, guys, before we actually get into the topics you want to talk about, I want to talk about Nephilim. I was just on a very influential person's podcast. You guys don't know him, but he is a billionaire here in Dallas. His name is Monty Bennett, and it was so random. We were in this podcast, and we were talking about the Bible. And I was like, well, I like the Bible. My favorite thing is, I believe giants are real. I think the Smithsonian is hiding these giants. And people are like, what? You sound like you're cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But I do believe this. And then their eyes lit up. He was on the show with his wife. They're like, oh, yeah, well, we love God. We're Christians. We definitely believe in giants. So and these are very straight-laced, normal people. They're not like freaks like us. So my point is, do more people believe in Nephilim? Like, do people like your name? Can you tell us, like, why did you create that name? And is that subject more popular now?
Well, first off, you're very tall, Alex.
That's true.
Uncomfortably tall.
Yep.
So I'm going to tread this subject carefully. Like when we were invited on and you guys were like, let's talk about the Nephilim. I'm like, are you sure?
My first question was, how tall is he?
Well, we've met him. We've seen him at the fight when you fought Mike Harrington.
Yeah,
that's real tall. You got another big dude on the couch there. I don't
He's
like that.
bigger
And
than me,
Lila's a
dude.
little-
He's definitely Nephilim. But let me let you finish because I do want to tell you my story. But go ahead. Sorry, Top.
I'm just saying, like, you guys are doing some weird stuff here. Like, you guys are way tall, she's way small, and I feel like you're trying to
Eat her.
get us. You're trying.
We might.
That's
we might
rude.
eat her. Henry.
You're
is-
trying
Not
to
if
make us
I
feel
eat
comfortable?
them first. I'm an alien.
Well, no, but honestly, I probably would eat Lila because I'm an animal lover, and Lila eats dogs. She's a very proud dog eater. So that's a true thing.
I am.
You've eaten dogs, Lila?
Yep.
I know, every time you tell me that, my stomach gets.
Why would you not eat a dog, especially one that's like well raised and loved in a backyard? That
Do
is
those taste
raised-
better than the abused dogs?
Yes, of course.
That's not true. In China, they do the Yulin Dog
Dog
Festival.
meat festival, yeah, during the summer
That's right.
solstice. And
You know,
I
you
would
know what? I
love to
take it
attend.
back. Me and you have beef, Lila. I
Why?
don't really like how this is going.
Yeah, you
The
like
dog
to.
thing.
You don't like to eat dog?
Nah, I'll eat pussy, but not. All right, this is
I
a
like-
Christian show.
This is a
sorry.
kids show too as well. But
Okay.
to the Yulin Dog Meat Festival, you know why they do it during the summer solstice and why they eat the dog meat?
I don't know why they do it during the summer
Because I'm
solstice,
not
but I know
even-
that the idea is the adrenalized,
It's
situation.
the same reason we do our show during the summer solstice.
That's right.
We do-
Bohemian Grove was during the summer solstice.
Ooh, I like that. But it supposedly helps the Chinese men with their erection. I'm not even kidding. Look at it. Helps them with their sexual.
Oh, it's an aphrodisiac.
It is an aphrodisiac, and it helps them get rock hard bone dogs. Okay, and now and then another question: have you guys seen that I'm recently in a public beef with the conservative media's sexiest investigative journalist, Laura Loomer? What do you guys think about that?
I think she's beautiful, and I think that I'd like to join you in a public apology to Laura Loomer. And if that's what you're doing, and that's what I was told is going to happen here on this show, then I'd like to join you.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I'm a little terrified of her. I met her in real life.
Yeah.
She's small, but like I don't trust. I think she could take.
Yeah.
I think she could take me, David, probably you. So just tread carefully there.
No,
She's very nice.
She's very nice. She's so nice that I'm scared to death of her. Okay, well, fellas, you were telling Brandon, our producer, what is the story about this guy getting arrested for this well? Because I like wells. I'm sick and tired of these geoengineers spraying stuff in our skies when we literally have groundwater basically everywhere underneath us. We can tap into it with wells. We could actually use irrigation and probably, help a lot of the famine and, drought that we have. But the government always doesn't allow wells. They kind of hide this information. So what is going on with this guy in Wells? He's in jail for trying to get clean water.
There's a gentleman from Sarasota, Florida. He has a well, or he owns a parcel of land on a property where there is a well. That well is 1,500 feet deep. and they got the water tested, and it was incredibly pure. They brought a surveyor out there, and the surveyor lowered a camera and said, dude, there's about an ocean of water down here. So this guy, Joe Gilberti is his name. People can look up Gilberti Blue Gold is where you're going to be able to find him, that in prison. But he starts sounding the alarm. He goes, guys, there's enough water down here allegedly to service at least South Florida. And, you know, water is a huge issue all over the United States. This is a tremendous amount of it. And for some reason, every door that he knocked on to try to get this to the people, it was just crickets. They didn't want anything to do with it. In fact, they started kind of, you know, pushing him off like, hey, don't talk about this. We don't want anything to do with this. Before you know it, they got some stupid charges about basically like email harassment, because he's trying to get in touch with every person within government, you know, local government and otherwise, to bring this to their attention. They end up throwing him in prison. And Joe Gilberti just got sentenced to 15 years in prison just last week. They finally sentenced him. So he's already been in there for 2 years, and we're trying ourselves to get a documentary together and show people that the water is pure, it's alkaline, it's high in mineral count, and so this is, you know, really viable drinking water, and there is a lot of it, and this man is suffering. By the way, we did a podcast with his wife. She's trying to bring awareness to this. This guy calls from jail, just so happens to call while we're doing the podcast. We get him on, and the only thing he says, he doesn't say, guys, you need to bring awareness to the fact that I'm in prison. You need to bring awareness to the fact that they've stripped me naked, sprayed me with hoses, and virtually tortured him for no good reason other than emailing too much. He says we need to get the water to the people.
Well, he's been pestering the wrong people.
Yeah.
And he's playing with their money. So
barking up the wrong trees.
Yeah, but I mean, you know, you're in the political realm here as well, Alex. So we kind of do see this happen. We saw this happen with President Trump, right? President Trump kind of pokes the wrong thing, and then they bring all these charges about him. But this guy has no political capital at all. And in my opinion, I think he kind of went about this the wrong way. And like, there's a bit of naivety where he finds this well, and he begins to spread the information and not understanding that there's monetary interest involved. Who knows what will be uncovered when this actually like breaks, you know, a bigger news.
You guys realize why they don't want us to know that we can just go, you could go in our backyard and dig a well, basically, because we'd have free, clean water. And yeah, there's some water that gets contaminated from, like, you know, oil and gas drilling, but usually that's the cleanest water that's in the ground. So the government doesn't want us to know that we could live off grid, build a well, get solar energy, and we wouldn't even need, you know, the government whatsoever. So I think that's why this threat, it's a threat to them that this guy's talking about as well. So, you know, there's some nefarious people that don't want people to know that.
It's not just that, though, Alex, because the standard well in Florida is like 100 to 300 feet deep. I live on 10 acres in Florida, so I'm familiar with like the well. I have a well right there in my yard. This well is over 1,500 feet deep.
Whoa.
The grandfather of the owner of the property, he used dowsing rods, which are like divination rods to find the location.
Now, I know the rods, they come together when they have the thing. People don't know those divination rods. They're crazy. There's two, like, a golden
By
rod.
the way, grandpa that pulled it off, allegedly.
A Freemason.
Allegedly a Freemason. Very interesting.
Yeah, well, he would know where the water is. They know where everything is. You know, the Freemasons know shit, so that makes sense.
We went out there in Sarasota, and like this location that the well is at is not convenient to the house. And the house, it's about a 15-minute off-road drive from his house. And the father found this location. He told the workers to start drilling here. They drilled. They went 300 feet. They were like, should we keep going? He goes, keep going. They go 600 feet. They hit limestone. And they go, should we keep going? He says, keep drilling. 1,508 feet, I believe, is the number.
I don't even know how long. This is a while ago. You got to imagine, like, it costs money to have guys come out on your property and drill, and to then go, I guess, 5 times deeper than the average well needs to be.
There's a bit of like knowledge there that we were trying to like scrape from the owner of the land to get the full story, and I guess he just, you know, there's some things that are lost in time. But anyway, the father drills this well 1,500 feet down, finds this water. And they're living on this water for, you know, the last, 80 years or so.
Yeah, and over that 80-year process, the government is chipping away, finding every way to put a lien on this and say he owes that, take a little bit more of his property and a little bit more of his property. What's he left with now?
Like, I think he's left with 60 acres, which is a lot, but it's down from like over 6,000 acres.
Oh, wow.
He's
That
probably
they've
had to sell that.
off.
Yeah, to pay for his legal bills and whatnot. You know, that is how
Exactly.
they do it. It's going to cost him an arm and a leg. Well, we want to help this guy. So everybody, how can people go and support that guy or find out more information about him?
You could find him anywhere at Gilberti Blue Gold. You could find him on Instagram. He's got a real treasure trove of information, all of his videos leading up to the arrest, all of the documents that he's sending out back and forth. He documented all of it. So his Instagram is a great place. I believe you can find him on gilbertibluegold.com as well. And like I said, we're working on a documentary. We just want to try to get as many eyes on this as possible. We want Joe to be free. Joe wants the water for the people.
Yeah, he doesn't even care.
Yeah.
We're trying to work to raise awareness, because right now it's the state and other corporate interests against this one guy, and he has really no way to get this message out. But the guy's only message to us was consistently like, yo, just get the water. Like, get the water to the people. So we're like, all right, listen, man, we're going to do our best. And thanks for having us on to talk about it.
Appreciate it.
Even though you're Nephilim. I mean, it's a little bit odd.
Hey, well, you know
but
how
you're
I do,
doing
you
good
know
for
how
humanity.
you know how I do know that I'm Nephilim, because supposedly like the third of the angels that were casted out of heaven, and the angels had sex with the humans, and then the Nephilim were the offspring of that, correct?
Correct.
And then the Nephilim would go rape or have sex with other humans, correct? That's what they say.
Correct.
So if that was possible, I feel like I am Nephilim, because I am very tall, but my penis is only like about 3 inches. So I would imagine that the Nephilim had to have smaller penises. Like, their penis could not have been in proportion to the size of their body if they were the size of a building, or, whatever, 10 feet tall. They would have to have a normalish or small penis in relation to have sex with humans. So I think I actually have a lot of characteristics of a Nephilim. What about you? Are you a hanging wang? Are you big? You big guy? Or are you Howard Stern size?
No, I'm right there with you, Alex.
See?
Yeah. 6'4.5", but I'm a grower, not a shower. But it's not growing very much.
Same. I wish. I'm freaking putting Miracle Grow on it. I wish the thing would grow. So you did catch us. You
It's
have
funny.
two Nephilim.
It's
Go
funny
ahead.
you mentioned that. I'm sorry to cut you off here, Alex, but we're going to talk now.
Apology accepted. Go ahead.
It's one of the main issues with the Nephilim, at least throughout antiquity, is that they have this breeding issue. So the fathers, the fallen angels, breed with the mothers, and that is good enough for a time. But their issue is procreation, and people, I don't know, we're left to speculate why they can't really continue to create in this manner. So that leads you to the alien disclosure stuff about genetic testing, CRISPR.
Right.
Even, I mean, you can even get into Elon Musk cloning, the mark of the beast,
all these
Neuralink, all these things.
It's the same. Like we've been saying that the big alien disclosure that's coming, that they're trying to say, all the UAPs and these things are coming from, maybe they're coming from different dimensions, maybe they're coming from our oceans. One of the things that's really consistent is all the alien abductee victims that get impregnated by these things, and then those pregnancies mysteriously disappear. There's been a lot of speculation for a lot of time that there's a hybridization program. So if you look into like alien abductee victims, they'll have this phenomenon called the black-eyed children, where a woman will get pregnant, the doctor will confirm the pregnancy, one day it just mysteriously disappears, and then years down the line they're abducted again and they're exposed to these children, and they feel like the children are theirs, but they're a little bit uncanny. There's something wrong with them. It's like the same thing is happening. There's always been this hybridization program that they're trying to get at, but they're just rebranding it and they're calling it aliens now. That's why NASA is telling us, what are they saying? That there's this big craft coming and it's going to laser us all to death in November, which is, I'm looking forward to
That'll be
I
fake.
guess.
That'll be fake. That'll be Project Bluebeam. But I was actually, one of my favorite Nephilim conspiracies, though, is that demons that we have here on Earth. You guys tell me if you've heard this one. Is that the Nephilim? They're not allowed to go to heaven, and they don't go to hell. So when they die, their spirits stay on this realm. Have you heard that?
100%. Yeah, the Book of Enoch tells you that their bodies don't ascend, just like you said, and their spirits are trapped here. And
yeah, they're called unclean spirits.
Right.
So they can't ascend or descend to Tartarus or any of the heavens above. So they're trapped here, and they float in this from our studies and what we've been thinking about is they kind of float in this ether in between realms where will associated with either paranormal activity like aliens or schizophrenia, ghosts, things like this. Yeah. Have you spoken with Jerry Marzinski?
No, it sounds kind of familiar. I haven't spoken.
You'd love him.
Is he an
Dr.
expert?
Jerry
Is he a
Marzinski.
Nephilim expert?
He's not a Nephilim expert. He's a schizophrenia expert. He worked in the field with schizophrenic patients for 35 years.
Well, I
in
have
prison
schizophrenia, so I would like to talk to this guy. Yeah, if we could get him
Oh,
on.
man, you'd love him. Basically, what he determined was the medical industry says these are all just auditory and visual hallucinations, and he captured 23 patterns that they adhere to, which, a hallucination might adhere to a pattern or two occasionally, but 23 of them that he's able to track over time. And so he started to suspect that these people weren't experiencing auditory and visual hallucinations, but they were actually being subjected to something outside of themselves. And running off of that theory, he basically came to the conclusion after 35 years in the field, not a religious man at all. We're talking a science, medicine-based guy, came out the other end going, it's demons, dog. It's demons.
Whoa.
Yeah, and I saw, didn't he make a simulator or something so you could kind of experience what it was like to have schizophrenia? And then, I guess did you guys see this tweet where somebody posted a video? It's a schizophrenia simulator, and it looks like ghosts. Like the person that, that studies schizophrenia, they show like little wiggly things, and it looks really weird. Have you guys not seen that?
We were watching that earlier today. There's a couple of instances that are like that. My wife was watching a TikTok the other day. They're talking about some contact lens that allows you to see in night vision, but they had to pull it back because people were seeing faces everywhere where there were none.
And this is not an uncommon phenomenon either. In Vietnam, they were using Dicinian glass as like a night vision goggles. It's a blue type of glass that's dyed with I forget the
they
exact
changed it
chemical.
to red, right? Tell this story, because didn't they change night vision to red instead of blue because they were seeing ghosts?
Yeah, it's like technically it's like Dicinian, like cyan.
Yeah.
And they were seeing all over Vietnam demons.
Yeah, well, I mean, they were also hearing like auditory hallucinations, which is mixed up with some projects that America was doing where they were trying to make the Vietnamese go crazy. So they're playing like screams in the forest and stuff. But American soldiers were also seeing and hearing things. So it's one of those things where now there's a mix of human activity, CIA activity, or government activity, and the paranormal, which is mixed up. And it's like, well, where do we start to differentiate this stuff? And it's like, some of it's one and the same, some of it works hand in hand, and some of it's completely separate. It's fascinating. This is what we cover on the show most of the time.
I have a
think though
Go ahead. Lila has a question. So shut up, Raven!
So if the Nephilims or like spirits are around, is that what happens when you drink? Do you get possessed by the spirits of the Nephilim?
Right, Raven?
Honestly,
you don't have to necessarily get possessed, but you open up a doorway. These the spiritual realm operates off of legality a lot more than the physical realm does.
And consent.
Yeah. So engaging in any kind of like psychedelic usage or anything, even marijuana, especially where marijuana has gone once the industry got a hold of it, it's like THC is through the roof, CBD is way low, it's a low-grade psychedelic. You're consenting to interacting with the spiritual realm. And just like the physical realm, it's as diverse in its, life forms as what we experience here. And so it doesn't have to go straight to possession, but these things have the ability now to interact with you. And the more that you give them permissions, and it's kind of wild the various ways you can give them permissions, the more the level of interaction, until eventually their goal is to inhabit you. They live in a realm where they, just like Alex said, they used to rape and pillage and murder, and everything was about desires of the flesh. They desire to interact in the physical once again, and they don't have that ability where they are. So they want to do the second best thing that they can do, which is inhabit us and experience. That's why when you get people who are terribly schizophrenic or serious drug abusers, they're also doing all these other horrifying things, like engaging in violence and engaging in rampant sex and engaging in drug use and everything, because this spirit that's got a hold of them wants to do that. It wants to experience that itself.
I think I'm seeing spirits right now, honestly. Like, I feel like I've been...
I love it. We're like, you should be aware and like careful with the effects of marijuana. And he's like,
oh, I can see a spirit. I can see a spirit. Laura, I'm sorry. Tell Laura Loomer I'm sorry. Go and haunt her right now and tell her I'm so sorry. Wait, don't. Yeah, please. I'm so sorry. I can see the ghost of Christmas past. I feel like I could see one of the ghosts. I see the ghost of the future, and I'm dead.
Yeah, what the hell? What did you do to her, Alex? What were you wearing when you did it?
When I did what? When I do not insinuate I've ever done anything with her in that
When
manner.
you crossed Laura Loomer.
Oh, yeah, I talked about that Israeli pedophile that got amnesty and flown back business class.
Which one?
Oh, yeah. What do they call that? The rule of whatever. Jimmy, look it up. Myron Gaines was talking about it. It's like the law of return, where they can actually have a criminal record in the United States, but if there is an Israeli citizen, they don't have extradition for those people. So there's actually quite a bit of pedophiles that are running away to Israel. But this pedophile was the cybersecurity executive director working directly underneath Benjamin Netanyahu, and he was in Las Vegas for a cybersecurity conference, and he was on some weird app, and he messaged a girl, and I just called her out because it took her 2 days to post about it. She did eventually post about it right after I called her out in my post, and she's getting mad at me about it. But listen, Laura Loomer is a sexy babe. I don't like when sexy babes are mad at me. It hurts my confidence. But I want to talk to you guys not about that. I want to talk to you guys about one of my favorite conspiracies, and I want to get Lila and Henry's opinion too. So I want to play this video. What is it? SOT number 3? Can we play the video with them on? Okay, let's play. Do we have a box that we all fit in? Maybe. All right, well, let's see, because usually we have one guest on, but I want to watch this video about Donald Trump time traveling, and it sounds absurd. It sounds ridiculous, but then you hear that his uncle, was in charge of going to Tesla's house when Tesla died and going through all of his technology that he worked on, and Tesla became very secretive because Westinghouse stole his stuff. Everybody stole all of his, work, so he was very protective in his later life. And, is there time travel? Is it real? I don't know, but Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies. And there's just so many weird things. Like, well, let's just watch the video, and then I want to get everybody's opinion on it. So let's play SOT number 3. Okay, it's hard to see that. What does that say? 2 golf courses in New Jersey, Pine Hill and Pine Valley, in the same town, Pine Hill, New Jersey. Okay, and now it gets a little weirder. Tannin means pine. That's Biff. Biff, they admitted, was, based on Donald Trump. So this is Hill Valley. That's in the movie. Hill Valley's in the town in Back to the Future, which has Twin Pines Mall. So there's kind of these weird connections. And then you see Pine Hill. Twin Pines, after he knocks over one of the trees and he comes back, it becomes the Lone Pine Mall. And now I'm about to show my favorite thing, the Twin Towers, which is a plan the whole time, 2 into 1. That's what they want to do to humans. That's what the transgender movement is about. Then you turn it upside down. 9/11, 1/16, 9/11. That's weird. Wait, go back. Can you go back to where it says 9, where it's upside down? You see, look at that. So 1/16, when you turn that around, that's a hidden way to say 9/11. And what are the chances? I know I sound crazy, but what are the chances a movie talking about 2 things becoming one, and they could have picked any fucking time, and they picked a coded 9/11, but let's keep playing it. Okay, when he wakes up, 10:27. When did the first, was that the second plane? Whatever plane, one of the planes hit the tower exactly at 10:28 when he wakes up, and now he's in this new existence, this new world. October 21st, 2015. What is it? Back to the Future Day. That's the famous Back to the Future Day. I forget why this is important. Oh, because that's when, oh, listen, this is when Trump announced he's running for president on that exact day. What are the chances? Okay, keep going. But now, on this exact day, October 21st, 2015, this is when Donald Trump announces, they're reading the USA Today, that's the same date that Donald Trump announced. And then look at this one, pause this one, this is so weird. So Trump's family, obviously a real estate developer, they say home of the future in Back to the Future, in the same ad, kind of mocking that one, they use the same tagline, home of the future. Okay, keep going. Very bizarre stuff. A lot of coincidences. They really want you to see that picture. Okay, look at these weird paintings. Look at this, so you can keep playing it. Look, and Donald Trump is based after Biff. They admit this. I think that's in the next slide. Marty gets fired. Okay, pause this. What are the chances? That's Donald Trump's catchphrase. You're fired. Look in the movie. That's a very that was a huge plot thing when he lost his job, because it was showing how bad his life was in the future if he didn't change it or whatever, didn't fix the crap, because Biff was a billionaire and he was a loser, getting fired. That's weird. Keep going. Oh yeah, he asked him who's the president. Ronald Reagan. He's an actor. Donald Trump, a show host, reality TV star. And then look, there's freaking Michael J. Fox and freaking Trump, so they're besties. And then Trump owns the DeLorean estate. Why would he buy the most famous car in the world from the movie, the actual time machine, the guy that technically invented the fake time machine or whatever? Donald Trump happens to own his estate. That's a lot of coincidences. And then right here, they even predicted it. I mean, The Simpsons are on the same wavelength as whoever did the Back to the Future because they're getting inside knowledge. So that's why this is important. So keep going. And in 2000, they said Donald Trump was president. Okay. Viv Tannen is 88 years old in 2025. I don't know why that's important, but maybe because it's an important number. The Assembly of Christ. Look at that. In Trump Plaza, that was the hotel that was in the movie, the casino that was in the movie is based after Trump Plaza. And this is weird. Now keep playing this one. Trump keeps, he messes up. He says pleasure a bunch of times. Like, why is he thinking about the city pleasure when in the movie it's called what's it called? Oh, did we go back? Go back to where it said the pleasure thing. Because I think he has did you fast forward on accident, George? Because keep going back. Right there, play that. Does he not say, well, Donald Trump, there should be a clip right there where Donald Trump says, he keeps on calling there's a town that had a fire in California, and he keeps on calling it Pleasure, but the real town's name is Paradise. Okay, so we watched that video. There's a lot of weird stuff. There's actually another movie with a lot more predictive programming. It's like a long 13-minute YouTube video. I suggest everybody go watch. But what do you guys think? You can take away the graphic. What do you guys think about that? Is it possible that Donald Trump is a time traveler and that Back to the Future is basically like, some sort of predictive programming to kind of, tease a lot of stuff that was going to happen?
I'm not gonna lie. I tried to watch the movie because of that very thing, and I couldn't get past like Marty wanting to bang his mom. So I pulled back in a big way. But there's a lot of weird stuff with Donald Trump. Like there's this 1951 show called Trackdown. It's like an old Western, and there's an episode called End of the World. And a man comes to town, and he's warning them about the end of the world coming, but he can save them. All he has to do is build a big wall around the town, and his name is Trump. There's a lot of really weird crap with Donald Trump. The Ingersoll Lockwood books.
Yeah, this is what he's referring to about like being a time traveler. So yeah, it's the Ingersoll Lockwood books, The Adventures of Little Baron Trump, his trusted advisor Don.
The Don,
yeah, where they travel through the underworld, and they're basically also time traveling. It's very strange. There are too many things pointing at Donald Trump, but I'm not so sure if the question is like, is he a time traveler, or is this predictive programming to put Trump in the forefront of the mind, in the zeitgeist, so that way more things can unfold. It's the chicken or the egg.
Go ahead.
Real quick though, but wouldn't you argue though, if he did have a time machine, if Donald Trump did, let's think about his career. Incredibly successful real estate, but he went bankrupt, but all of a sudden he was able to come back as a #1 show, then was the dark horse presidential candidate and actually won. Like, it almost seems like he did have some sort of prior knowledge. I mean, I know that sounds cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but there's a lot of weird stuff with Donald Trump. The fact that he's been so successful, and a lot of people didn't think he was going to be successful, so maybe he had prior knowledge that we didn't know. And I think you are right with this predictive programming. That's kind of like why there were so many movies about the Twin Towers going down before they actually went down. So I don't know. It's a lot to look into. So you just think it's all coincidence, I guess?
I mean, I don't think it's coincidence at all. He's like the main figurehead, like the deity almost of QAnon.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I mean, who said it? Was it Marina Abramovic?
Oh yeah, Marina Abramovic. She's
famous
everybody's
spirit
favorite
cooker.
Satanist.
Yes, very performance artist.
Yeah, and she was speaking to a group of shamans who had just finished experiencing a shared dream, a group dream. And when they came out of their dream session, they told her that Donald Trump was the magician that would awaken the masses. And then, of course, MAGA, magician, MAGA also being like the highest level of Satanism that you could achieve. There's like a lot of weird.
Wait, what? The highest level of Satanism is MAGA?
Yeah. Levian Satanism, the highest level is called MAGA.
There's a lot.
That's Andrew LaVey or whatever created that. Anton LaVey. Yeah, wow. So in his
when you look into that, because it moves past the political and it starts to get really crazy,
really fun. Super fun,
all the way to now, like to Operation Stargate, which I think is one of the biggest conspiracies that we continue to overlook. That's the AI companies that are vying for this $500 billion that Trump announced right at the beginning of his term. But Operation Stargate is also the remote viewing program from the 70s, kicked off by Andrija Puharic. And, we were using it to spy on Russians, but also this was like, a very serious group of channelers that were communicating with the Nine, the Egyptian Ennead, other entities. It goes crazy.
It goes so crazy.
It gets real crazy.
And they say when you do the remote viewing that it ages you tremendously. Like the agents that were doing it, like they would do the remote viewing and they would be like 50, and then when they're done, they're like 70. Like literally, they say you can't do it that long because it ages you.
It could be
so
a form of time travel, right?
Yeah.
Because they're remote viewing sometimes in the future, sometimes they say different planets. Who knows what's real and who knows what's exaggerated, but this stuff works.
They just came out with an article that said remote, I think it was like the New York Times or something. We're like, oh, remote viewers checked out the surface of Mars. How cool is that? And I'm like, how dare you?
How dare you?
Made that shit. Like, what did it go mean? What are people supposed to do with that?
That guy's so full of crap. Okay, last thing before you go. I hope it's not a soft spot. Tower Gang is actually done. I thought you guys were joking when it ended, Top, but it's really done, huh?
Yeah, I made a couple of jokes about Lila Hart, and it didn't go over well. She asked us to end the show politely.
No.
I never responded, and that's it. Not yet. It's over. It's sad. A little falling out between myself and a friend of the show, and it is what it is. But right, all good things. So
all good things must come to an end. Yeah, but what about
you? Were on early.
Yeah,
on the
I was.
Show,
I was
right?
one of the early adopters. But what about our boy Toad? Is he doing okay ever since he lost his job?
Toad has been struggling to find employment. He's been doing good. I check in with him often. But yeah, he's doing good.
Listen,
Spirits are
I
high.
like Toad. I like Toad, but don't say the N-word in Heil Hitler. I mean, I mean, isn't that?
Or do. I mean, Alex, he got on our stage at Bohemian Grove. We did a live event with Sam Tripoli and Owen Benjamin as our headliners.
Yes, he can do that if you're a comedian, but if you're trying to work in a real company, I mean, you know what I mean? I agree. I'm a free speech absolutist. I believe he could say it. I thought it was hilarious, the video. I'm just saying, if you want to work in corporate America, that's not going to fly. You know what I mean? That's just obvious.
And on a serious note, what I told him and what I tell everybody else, like in Tower Gang or other people that are like around, because I've been doing this for like maybe 7-8 years, working with podcasts, with media companies and stuff. And I'm like, hey, if you're going to do this, you have to be like 100%, you're in or you're out. Because if you're kind of like wishy-washy, it's going to go nowhere and there's just going to be a lot of risk involved. So what are you doing? Commit to it and then go straight forward for that.
I agree, because you got to be unapologetic about it. Like as soon as you're kind of worried, it actually hampers your creativity when you're kind of worried about that. So I agree. You got to be basically all in. And that doesn't mean you can't have like a normal job if you're the boss. You know what I'm saying? Like people have jobs where they can't get canceled, but if you're trying to be like a normie job and do podcasting, it's going to be very challenging. Okay, guys, before you go, how can people find you and support you guys?
You can find us anywhere you listen to podcasts. Nephilim Death Squad. Also, toplobster.com for all of our merch. That's where it is. And we do a live event semi-annually, right? Every twice a year, something like that. Bohemian Grove, it's a conspiracy and comedy live event. It's typically 2 days. The first day is all conspiracy. Second day is all comedy. So keep an eye out for those things. And I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's right. Go support us there, man. We love you guys. Thank you, Alex. Thanks for having us on, man. And Elila, it's nice to talk with you. You too as well. I don't remember your name.
Yeah, Henry. All right, guys. Thank you. And everybody go support the Nephilim Death Squad. They're doing great work. All right, folks. If you're a homeowner, you need to listen to this. In today's AI and cyber world, scammers are stealing home titles and your equity is the target. Here's how it works, guys. Criminals forge your signature on one document, use a fake notary stamp, pay a small fee with your county, and just like that, your home title has been transferred out of your name. Then they take out loans using your equity or even sell your property, and you won't even know it's happened until you get a collection or foreclosure notice. So when's the last time you checked on your home title? If your answer is never, you need to do something about it right now. That's why I've partnered with Home Title Lock, so you can find out today if you're already a victim. Use my promo code ALEX at HometitleLock.com and you'll get a free title history report and a free trial of their $1 million triple lock protection. That's 24/7 monitoring of your title, urgent alerts to any changes, and if fraud does happen, they'll spend up to $1 million to fix it. Go to HometitleLock.com and use promo code ALEX. That's HometitleLock.com, promo code ALEX. Damn, they talked a lot. We didn't get to hear much from you, Henry. How are you doing, fella?
I'm good, man. I'm enjoying the show. Those were some crazy conspiracies that they were sharing. I'm not sure if I'm totally bought in, but I can see the comparisons between Trump and Biff Tannen.
They admit that the character was based on Donald Trump.
Yeah.
So listen, I don't know, is Donald Trump a time traveler? Maybe not, but he is arguably the most successful man in the world. I know he might not be the richest, but with power, he's the most powerful man in the world. And I think that, if I had a time machine, I would probably finagle a way where I was the president. I mean, what would you do? If you had a time machine, Lila, what kind of scheme would you like to pull with it?
I would make myself the queen of the world.
Would you go forward or backwards in time?
Everywhere. Why would you if you have a time machine, it's limitless.
Well, see, there's a thing called the butterfly effect, though. When you go back in time, they say even the wings of a butterfly, if that changed, it could, the butterfly could get killed, and then that butterfly didn't, touch this or didn't pollinate this flower or whatever it is, and one domino could set off a chain of reaction that would change the whole outcome of the future. So I feel like safety-wise, if I was a time traveler and I did have this technology, it would only be kosher, Laura, we love you, to go to the future.
Really?
Yeah, because if you go in the past and you do something different, it could mess up the future.
You wouldn't even go visit like historical events in the past and just kind of hide in the back. I feel like that's where a lot of examples of time traveling are now,
I know. I'd love to go to World War II.
I would go to, I would go back there because I would want to make sure that what they're telling us in the history books were actually real.
Well,
we're being lied to.
We are being lied
That's
to.
That's good. I would hide in the back.
I'd like to go to D-Day.
That's where you'd go? Yeah, see, I would go to the Holocaust. I would go to Auschwitz, and I would kill Hitler.
I would go to the beginning of time when God created the
You would go to the garden?
Yes, I would. And I would stop her from eating that apple.
You'd be like, bitch, get that apple out of your mouth.
Yeah, I would. I would eat the snake.
Well, why did Eve eat that apple? Because
Well, I don't even think she ate the apple. I think that's a lie. I think he ate the apple, which is why you have an Adam's apple.
Or what?
They just blamed it on Eve. It wasn't Eve's fault.
Or she just ate it and lied about it.
No, Adam ate it, and then God did get mad, but he got mad at Adam, not at Eve.
Well, I should pull it up. You know the famous Bill Hicks joke about it. Let's see if I can pull it up. Bill Hicks.
Alex, while you're pulling that up, the Hodge twins retweeted the Laura Loomer clip, so it's been going berserk during the show.
Oh, wow. Wow.
Yeah, let's make sure we play the clip and the tweet so we can do a full breakdown.
Okay, well, no, let's just play it right now. I was going to pull up the Bill Hicks joke about that, but let's get back to our favorite investigative journalist, the hottest journalist in the game, second hottest, Megyn Kelly, first hottest, Laura Loomer. Let's play the clip that's gotten us in a lot of hot water. If a Palestinian, imagine if a Hamas guy was trying to diddle a kid, Laura Loomer wouldn't shut the fuck up. One Israeli guy does it, that's Benjamin Netanyahu's person. She won't say a fucking word. Well, let me clarify that Laura Loomer did tweet about it, but she did it 11 minutes after my tweet started going viral, calling her out for not talking about it. And listen, Laura, we love you, but I'm the pimp on a blimp. Sometimes we call out hypocrisy. It's okay to be, I'm not, you can be a hypocrite sometimes. It's just so we got to move on. So I wasn't even trying to personally attack her.
We weren't.
I wasn't. Do you think that I was trying to attack her by calling her out because she is the world's greatest investigative journalist? And I was just kind of wondering why our best, woman on the ground wasn't reporting about a country that she, vehemently defends all the time.
Why didn't you just pick up the phone and call her?
I'm dating a beautiful lady at prepaid wireless. You think if I called a hot babe like Laura Loomer, how mad my girlfriend would get?
She'd be furious.
She'd be, thank you, Henry.
Yeah,
My girlfriend would kill me.
Point.
And Laura Loomer is sexy as heck. I mean, I couldn't imagine. My girlfriend would kill me if I called her. You want me to text another girl? Yeah, that's a...
Well, okay, well, you make a point, but I'm saying you could have texted her and been like, hey, talk about this thing.
No, everything I do with other ladies, I have to do publicly. I cannot do it in private. So she said defamatory and low IQ content, maybe. We're retard maxing here. And I made like 4 posts about this and called him to be extradited. Why are you such a liar? Well, I do appreciate those posts, but the reason why this is so important is because, like I said in that first clip, this is Benjamin Netanyahu's executive director of a cybersecurity division, which works directly with Benjamin Netanyahu, and you, Laura, were unfairly censored and kicked off Twitter. You have a very famous protest where you handcuffed yourself to the Twitter headquarters. And the reason why I think that you might be interested, because allegedly, if you ask Grok, it says that this guy's department in the cybersecurity division of Israel has gotten 90% of the requests taken down of pro-Palestinian content. Now, I know you don't like pro-Palestinian content. You probably are happy that this guy's getting this pro-Palestinian content taken down. So I could see from, optically, it looks like, maybe you don't want this guy to go away because he's, helping you fight the Muslims, which is good because we need to fight them all. They're all terrorists and they all deserve to be 6 feet under. But I just think that this is a topic that is not getting enough mainstream coverage, and you have such a big platform, and I would just like to see you a little more vocal about it. So I just want to say, once again, You're the most beautiful investigative journalist in the game. You are a 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. You're hotter than a 10. You're literally, Sydney Sweeney wishes she could be like you, Laura Loomer. You know that's a fact. So don't use that doctored picture. That's a doctored picture, and I didn't do that. That was my producer, Jimmy, and he has high functioning autism and diabetes. So give him a break. Now, Henry, what do you think about Laura Loomer? You were saying some interesting stuff about her earlier.
I mean, personally, I'm a little jealous that you're in a Twitter argument with a woman as sexy as that. But I don't think we can condone protecting a pedophile no matter how hot you may be. But, you know, that tweet is one of the hottest things I've ever seen in my life.
It's a hot tweet.
I don't know how else to put it. I mean, if it's all right, I might frame that on my wall. But
more than welcome to.
You know.
We'll print you a picture.
We'll print it out. We'll print it out here. Lila, what do you think about my heat with Laura? You seem like you're on Laura's side, which is typical because you are a feminist and I'm a misogynist, so this is where we clash. But, you know, you're a fellow girl boss. Laura Loomer's a girl boss. I see your connection. But where do you stand, you know, as an umpire just calling balls and strikes on the situation?
Well, I think that it's good that she called him out, but it is interesting that it was after you had said something about it. But maybe you could have gone about it in a little bit of a different way.
Yeah,
but now actually, now it has spiraled into something big, which at the end of the day, it's all about views, and she'll get views, we'll get views. It's all good, you know? She can call your show retarded, which is great. People can hate watch it, which I hope they do. Follow me, Lila Hart, LilaHart.com. And, you know, come to our shows. We have lots of comedy shows. So at the end of the day, we're all just trying to make some stuff work here, okay? And I have personally met Laura. She is a sweetheart in person.
She is nice.
So.
She is nice. She's nice in person, and she's nice if she doesn't hate you. That's why I don't want her to hate me.
And I don't think she does hate you. I think she is annoyed.
She is annoyed.
Which, Alex, you can annoy people.
I do.
It's okay.
I'm an expert at being annoying, I know.
But that's okay. So, are you sorry?
I'm incredibly sorry. I'm just like, you know, so sorry. I feel so bad, and I feel horrible, and I'm so sorry, and I just hate that they were doing this. And
Well, invite her on the show.
we will, Laura. Please, I want to personally invite you on this show, so maybe we can mend the fences. And I mean, my girlfriend will be here, so there will be no funny business. I don't want to, you know, I don't want my girlfriend to get jealous. I don't want Laura to get jealous of my girlfriend. You know, two hot babes fighting. But yeah, I would love to personally invite you on to come on, and we could talk about this, discuss this, and, you know, I could maybe help you fight Hamas, because I know you're doing a great job at fighting Hamas. Now, Lila, where do you stand on the Israel-Palestine conflict?
What about it?
Where do you stand? Whose side are you on?
On the winning side.
Okay, so Israel's side. Are you familiar with the conflict in Gaza right now?
Oh, not really.
Oh, come on.
Enlighten me, Alex.
So you don't know?
Enlighten me like you might enlighten some of the audience out there.
Well, apparently, I think there's like 1 million Gazans that are starving. But I watch a lot of Jewish content, and my favorite influencers like Laura, they are telling me that all the Palestinians are fat and they're lying and they're not starving. So, you know, so I think they're doing okay. There's a lot of misinformation, and like, there's no way they're starving. I mean, you know what I mean? That would be cruel, and Israel would not do that. They would never do that to their enemy. They would never starve and do anything to their enemy. Don't you think? I mean, they're one of the nicest people on planet Earth.
That's what I've heard.
Have you heard that? Are you Jewish, Henry? What are you? What are you?
Episcopalian was how I was raised, but I've got a couple of Jewish friends. They're all very nice people. In terms of the conflict, I mean, you know, Hamas, we've got to fight them.
Yeah.
The American nature. You see a terrorist group, you got to take them out. So.
Yeah, and I really want to take out the Hamas children, because those are the ones that are going to be breeding. Like, the younger, the better. The younger that Benjamin Netanyahu says it's about the Greater Israel Plan. And listen, my favorite thing though, Lila, is they have this thing called the Hannibal Doctrine. Have you heard about the Hannibal Doctrine?
I've heard about Hannibal Lecter.
Well, it's similar to that. So what happened was during what is it, October 7th, 10/7, excuse me. My birthday's October 8th. Isn't that crazy? Thank you, but that's crazy that my birthday's connected to this terrible
It means something, though. There is a connection there.
There is a connection, because I remember my birthday this year, or, you know, 2 years ago when it happened. It was like very sad on Twitter. You know, people were not telling me happy birthday very much because they were a little occupied.
I was upset that Donald Trump got attempted assassination the day before my birthday. I was like, a way to steal my thunder.
Wait, Lila, what's going on? We're having all these disasters steal our birthday thunder.
There's something going on. And we're on a show together.
I know. That's just true.
And Henry's here. So that must mean something.
And so, Henry, are you familiar with the Hannibal Directive?
No, I'm not.
So the Hannibal Directive, and the military, United States military, does not have this directive, but the IDF, the Israeli Offense Foundation, right? Is that what it stands for? Israeli Offense Federation?
I think it's just the IDF, Israeli Defense Force.
Israeli offensive force. They're not on defense ever, right? They're always on offense.
Well, I thought they're just defending themselves. Yeah, that's true. Best offense, good
The
defense.
best offense is to score points. I mean, that's
true.
the best.
I mean, they're running up the score.
They are running up the score. But the Hannibal Directive, which is very interesting, and maybe I should pull it up so you guys can even get a more clear description of it. So Hannibal Directive, let's see if it's on Wiki. That'll be cute. So the Hannibal Directive, this one is very interesting, guys. The Hannibal Directive, also translated as a Hannibal Procedure or Hannibal Protocol, is the name of a controversial procedure used by the IDF, Israeli Defense Forces, to prevent the capture of Israeli soldiers by enemy forces. According to one version, it says that kidnapping must be stopped by all means, even at the price of striking and harming our own forces. So what happens is if a Hamas person is going to get taken hostage, what the IDF does, because they're so sweet, they'll kill their own soldier so that Hamas is not able to take them hostage and use them as political capital or leverage in a negotiation. So Israel has a thing where they can kill their own soldiers because they would rather kill them than have them be
Tortured. That's pretty cool.
That's nice of them.
Isn't that nice? Would you rather be killed or tortured?
I'll kill you.
No, we can't talk. I'm just saying. Would you like that? Would you like that directive if you were a soldier and if you're getting held captive and they just?
What kind of torturing is happening?
Well, if you're just being taken hostage. So what happened was on October 7th, allegedly, is that once the paragliders, Hamas, came over into the music festival, they were shooting. That was very bad. We hate those guys. It's kind of crazy that they're able to do it in paragliders, but listen, it doesn't matter. I don't know how they didn't see him getting ready with these paragliders and hearing the fans and all that stuff, but you know what I mean. It is what it is. But Israel was actually pretty quick to respond to it, and they have Black Hawk helicopters because we give them military equipment. And because of the Hannibal Directive, with a Black Hawk helicopter in that instance, they can shoot anybody because they don't want the people to be taken hostage. Yeah, so in the Hannibal Directive, they're going to say it's not okay for citizens to get shot, but I think it might be okay if the citizen gets shot if you shoot your own soldier. So a lot of weird things. You don't ever hear Laura or a lot of people from Israel talking about the Hannibal Directive because they would never do this to the United States military. That would not. They would do anything they can to save their brethren, to save their fellow soldier.
Is that true?
This is true. What?
No, I mean, they wouldn't do that in America.
We know that. We've talked to multiple soldiers. We don't have the Hannibal Directive. It's strictly Israel.
Oh.
Isn't that kind of weird?
A little weird.
What if you're being kidnapped and you're slight? You're worried about getting kidnapped?
Shoplifted.
Yeah, shoplifted.
Good way to put it. Yeah.
If you were shoplifted in Israel and you're an IDF, they would shoot you both.
Wow. Well.
I think I'd take the torture if Laura was doing it.
Yeah, me too.
I'd probably pay for that.
Me too. Get the whips and chains.
Yeah, bring it on. I'm all for it.
So, Nicki Minaj is in the news.
I love Nicki Minaj.
I do too. Let's check out the Nicki Minaj challenge. She's fighting with my favorite wide receiver of all time, Des Bryant. Personal friend follows me on Twitter, and me and Des have hung out at the Aria Casino. I'm just name dropping because I'm a star effer. But let's play shot number 4. This is my favorite challenge. It's taking over. So you get a gun, and you try to do yoga in a Kool-Aid jar. And it has to be a real gun. So he failed the Nicki Minaj challenge. So do you think you could do that, Lila? Do you think you could get a gun and balance on a...
I actually have pretty good balance. I could probably do that. I have pretty good balance on my right side.
I'm not understanding why he doesn't just put the gun in his mouth so he can get balance.
Yeah, it would be smarter probably. Yeah, kind of just evenly distribute the weight. But yeah, that's a crazy one. Okay, now we got to talk about what's actually important. I love curry. And I'm not just saying
really?
that. Yeah, oh, are you kidding? I'm a plant-based pimp.
God,
And my favorite food
curry.
is Indian food because they worship cows just like I love cows, and they don't eat them, which I totally respect. I remember you called me a soy boy homosexual before the show, Henry, because I told you I was a vegetarian.
Yeah.
Why are you doing that?
What do you mean why am I
a vegetarian?
I've been a vegetarian since before COVID. I'm going to be a vegetarian till the day I die because
For real?
I'm an animal lover. Yeah, I don't want to eat it because when I look at an animal, I look at it the same as my dog. When I just love animals. I don't want to eat it. And now meat actually kind of grosses me out in a weird way. But I have a very sick brain. You don't want to be like me. But Indians, they're great at cooking, bad at driving. Let's play this clip.
Dana, 28-year-old Harjinder Singh is expected back in Florida later this week to face state charges of vehicular homicide. He's currently being held in California without bond. He appeared in court yesterday with the help of an interpreter. He agreed to sign paperwork for his extradition, and Florida authorities must pick him up by August 27. Singh was driving on Florida's Turnpike last week.
But look at his, look, he doesn't even react. He has no reaction, no remorse. Dude, I would immediately start crying and breaking down.
Soulless. Can y'all hear some of those people?
Gave Singh an English language
proficiency test.
According to a DOT press release, the driver failed the assessment.
Yeah, look at this. 2 out of 12.
To just 2 of 12.
And it can only identify 1 out of 4 traffic signs. There's literally only 8 traffic signs.
Highway traffic signs. Because Singh, who entered the U.S. from Mexico in 2018, is an
pause it right there. This is exactly what we're talking about, illegal immigration. I don't give a damn. A big booty Latina, you can say, we want all the big booty Latinas come across the border. We don't want Madong Sang getting a 2 out of 14 on his damn driver's test, getting the keys to a vehicle that weighs 10,000 million pounds. I don't even know how much a damn 18-wheeler weighs. And driving it like he's freaking, high off the curry. I mean, it's just not cool.
I do respect the fact that he was really wanting to work. I mean, the fact that he got the job, he was really looking for a job. There's a lot of homeless crackheads who could learn from that.
No.
Causing a major accident on the highway?
Yeah, I mean, killing people, that's good.
No, but I'm just saying.
I know, but why didn't he get a job like doing, manual labor, moving furniture? Why did all of a sudden, how did he, first of all,
who hired him?
How did he get, that's what I'm saying, how did he get the license if he failed it? Because I had to pass my driving test.
Exactly.
And then how did he get the keys to the truck? And he's just an illegal immigrant from Mexico, but he's
That's
Indian?
what I'm saying. Are we really going to hate on him for the hustle of trying to get the job?
Yes, we're going to hate on him because he's too stupid to learn how to drive, and he doesn't even know how to make it illegal.
Who gave him the license? Who let him into the country?
I don't give 2 flying fucks.
They just allowed him. I'm sorry. He was just trying. I'm advocating. I'm saying he was trying.
Lila, you're on the wrong side of history, my spina bifida baddie. Like, this guy gave that family
He was trying to make money for his family, probably. And it's not his fault they gave him a license.
It is his fault for getting that. Yes,
What about the people who gave him? Who owns that?
Okay, how about this, Lila? How about this? Lila, and I'm not trying to talk about your personal struggles, but you're a great driver, right?
I am. I sit on a booster seat.
That's what I'm saying. And think about that. You don't get in a bunch of accidents and stuff like that. And in driving, he's a little more taller and stuff. You think he would be a better driver, but doesn't that say something about him as a driver, the fact that he can't even learn how to drive correctly when you've had to do it, Henry's had to do it, I've had to do it? So don't you think he takes some personal responsibility for not knowing how to actually drive the truck?
Well, yes, but also, who gave him permissions to do it? It's like if someone tells
He didn't have permission. He was an illegal immigrant, so he didn't have permission to be here.
Where did he get the truck, though?
Probably from an illegal immigrant
It was California.
driver.
He got the CDL in California.
And I'm sure he scammed some sort of way on that. How did he get the CDL, though, Jimmy, if he failed the test? That is where I'm really upset.
He got it in 2019 when California was saying that all immigrants are welcome, and so they just gave it to him.
But they used to give you an ID. You would go there and they would give you even in Texas, that was a big thing. Then they stopped doing it. They would give you basically a driver's license if you just kind of brought in a fake bill. You could do anything to prove that you're an American. You really didn't have to do much. You didn't even have to have a passport.
I know. What I'm saying is, yes, it's horrible. He killed people, but I respect the confidence of the fact that he was like, fuck it, I can drive. He was just, that's what I'm trying to say. He clearly failed. He's like, I don't give a shit. I'll fucking just do this. I need to make money.
So he confidently killed 3 people and you support him?
That's not what I'm saying.
Well, that's what it sounds like.
Well, I will say, I don't think anybody who was involved in this accident was involved or in the group of the Untouchables. So I'll say that.
What?
What do you mean? He wasn't
because
Jewish?
of the caste system within India, the Untouchables.
Oh, that is the highest caste. So he's a lower caste Indian.
Well, I just think, you know what, there needs to be some responsibility taken for the people who gave him access to that truck.
No.
You think you can just go in and, well, I guess clearly anybody can go in and just get a job like that. So, and also now I don't want to hear people complaining about it's so hard out here to get a job. It's so hard to do this in America. Look at this guy. He just came across the border, walked in, got a job, doesn't even know how to drive.
That's true, and Indians are stealing a lot of people's jobs through these H-1B visa scams. Actually, Jobs.com is doing a big thing where there's a vigilante guy is these companies are only able to give this H-1B visa if people don't apply for the job here in America. So these companies will be posting these jobs on these like, very random small websites or in these like, local papers so that no Americans actually apply to it. And then they just post it in India, these job, openings. And then that's how these Indians are getting these perm visas and able to work here. So people are stopping that. Listen, love my Indian guys, but just you come here with a damn passport, come here legally and not wreck it to a family of 3 and murder that. Maybe show some remorse, I mean, I'm not,
Maybe it's not in their culture.
It's probably not. Actually, I saw some really racist tweets about people that were going to India, and multiple women were like, I was sexually assaulted in India. I was sexually assaulted in India. These people are like zombies. They will touch you and look at you and not even, react. Like this woman said that she got touched, she hit the guy, and the guy had a similar reaction to that guy. Like he didn't get mad, didn't get happy, just kind of was like a zombie like that.
Well, that's cool. My mom's going to India next month.
No, she's not.
Yeah, I'm pumped for her now.
Mumbai?
South, I think.
Why?
Just for the love of the game, I guess.
No.
Oh God.
Is she into yoga or something?
Recently divorced, so she's just looking.
She's gonna eat, pray, love in India?
Probably, yeah. I mean, that's one way to do it.
Are you gonna go with her?
No, I won't be there.
What? Do not let your mom go to India.
She's gonna be fine, I'm sure.
Are you sure?
I bet so. There are plenty of.
Have you watched Arrested Development though? I'm pretty sure in the second season they went to India. Like, dude, Indians, they don't mess around with white girls in India.
I've seen Slumdog Millionaire. I'm pretty sure that's what it's like there.
Yeah, they're like swimming in trash lakes. Well, okay, guys, that's been our show. I just want to say I love and care so much about my baby, prepaid wireless, but I also really care about you, Laura. And I'm sorry that, I tweeted at you, and I'm so sorry that this pedophile happens to be best friends and work underneath Benjamin Netanyahu, because I know that kind of makes Israel look bad. But luckily, he won't face extradition, and we'll probably never hear about the story ever again. So you'll get to go back to celebrating the death of Hamas very soon. So in the meantime, Lila, you go first, and Henry, where can people find you?
You guys can find me at lilahart.com. I will be in New York on September 3rd or 4th, opening for Dave Landau at the Chrissy Mayer Content Hotel. And then I will be back on tour with the Micromaidens September 9th. Go to micromaidens.com and see when I am coming to a city near you.
Henry.
Follow me at Henry Schroeder _ on Instagram. Follow the Chode Mules podcast. On Instagram, Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you find podcasts. And I'll be at Big Laugh Comedy Club on Thursday this week at 8 p.m.
Nice.
Well, guys, that's been our show. We end the show the same way, though, every time with a song. Do we have like a sad song or something? What do we have for Laura Loomer? Because I got to sing something for Laura.
Or just go a cappella. Just sing.
Do we not have any music?
What music?
Well, all our music is like upbeat rap.
Oh, here, I can play music. I can play some. Yeah. Hold on. Let's see. Let's see if I can go to... let's say, what kind of music do I want? Like John Mayer, instrumental, copyright free. Let's see if we can find something like this. Like, oh, let's see. Let's see how this sounds. Why is it opening a new? What? Oh my gosh! It hit some link. Hold on, guys. We're gonna have it right up. Okay. Let's see if this is. Damn it! Why does it keep doing other websites? What is going on? Oh, these are sponsored ads. Oh, I don't have, I have YouTube Premium and I'm not logged into it, so I'm not used to seeing this. John Mayer style music. Hold on, I know we're taking a second, but this is very important. This is for you, Laura. This is my love song to you. I hope prepaid doesn't get mad. What? It needs to be copyright free. Where is a copyright free song? Okay, here, this is it. John Mayer style song. Let's hear this. Can we play this? Laura Loomer, I want to see up your bloomer. Your body is like a pillow. Buy you a house on Zillow. I'm sorry about that pedo. At least we can make fun of Beto. This music kinda sucks, but I would like to see you fucks. Not me, because I'm in a relationship. But I would like to see it on VHS if that's okay with you. Send it to me. I want to watch you butt naked and be free. I love you, Laura. You're the most beautiful investigative journalist in the world. And I just want you to know that I'm so sorry, Laura, please. You do so much good work. And I know there's rumors were fake about you and Trump, but Trump wishes he could get with a babe like you. Trump wishes! And I know why Melania is jealous of you, because you're hotter than Melania Trump! I love you, Laura. Please forgive me. I love you. I love you.
Oh my God.
I love you. I love you. Goodbye. I love you.
Oh my God.
All right, Laura, I love you. Bye, babe. Call me later.